In the previous video, we saw the different ways in which a file path can be written. That is an absolute file path and a relative file path. And we saw how relative file paths are advantageous to use, especially in HTML. Now, let's look at some terms associated with relative file path, and then we'll do some examples so that you understand how to write relative file paths. So the first thing we need to know is something called a hierarchy. Hierarchy is just the structure in which there's one thing within another thing, and there's something within that another thing. So hierarchy is just that. It's either one within something or one above the other. I'll show you an example of what this means. And there's also a couple of other terms called parent directory and the child directory. We already saw what a current working directory is. So parent directory is just the directory that contains the current working directory. So if you have a folder in which you are currently, if you go one level up, you will see the parent directory. Similarly, when the current working directory has another directory inside it, then we call that directory a child directory. Okay, so parent and child, not very complicated terms. So these are some useful terms in relative file paths. Now I also want to show you some notations. So the first one is the notation for accessing the things within the current directory. So if you have a dot and a slash, it's a current directory. If you want to go inside a child directory, here for example we have a directory named as child. So if you want to go inside of that, you say dot slash to be in the current directory, and within that there's a child. So you write the name of that folder and then another slash to access the contents of the child directory. Now if you want to go one level up, that is if you want to go to the parent directory of the current directory, you will go with two dots. So this two dot operator is basically for accessing the parent directory. And if you want to go another one level up, if you want to go to the parent directory of the parent directory, you'll use two dot dots. Like this, you can go as many levels as you can wherever there are parent directories. So if you have, let's say 10 levels, you can access all those 10 levels using just dot dot. So you'll say dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot. Like that, you'll say 10 times and then it will take you to the topmost directory. Now let's look at some examples. So I have here the desktop. Inside the desktop, I have a folder called 1. If you click inside that, there's another folder called 2. So here we are inside 1. Okay, this is the current directory. Desktop is the parent directory and 2 is the child directory. Now within this couple of directories, so currently 2 is the current working directory, 1 is the parent directory, and 3 and 4 are child directories. These are the children. And if you look at this desktop has 1 and 1 has 2, 2 has 3. So this entire thing is called a hierarchy. So these are some terms related to relative file path. Now let's look at some examples. So on the desktop we have two things. One is a smiley.html file, and then there's a folder called 1, and this folder contains an image file all the way in folder number 5. So I'll quickly show you the structure here. So inside desktop there's a folder called 1. Inside 1 there's 2. Inside 2 there's 4. Inside 4 there's 5. And 5 has this image file. And by the way, in Windows there's something called up arrow here. So this is a button that you click when you want to go to the parent directory. So now you're in the parent directory of whichever directory we were in. So right now we're on 4. If I click up again, I'll go to the parent directory of 4, which is 2. So this may seem a little bit confusing at first, but once you get used to it, you understand how this works. So I'm just going to open this here and then put it to the side. And I'm also going to double click on this, open this in the browser. And you can see here that the image file is missing. It's a broken image file. Now let's open the code here. So you can see clearly why it's a broken image, because we don't have any address here. So now we're going to try to put the address of the smiley.bmp image file here. Now just to remind you, this HTML file is on the desktop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a dot operator here to specify that we are in the desktop right now. So right now this address is to show that we are in the desktop, and here we're going to go to 1. Remember the desktop has the folder called 1. So I'm going to put 1 here and then \2 and then \4. I'm basically following it like here. So 1 has 2, 2 has 4, 4 has 5. So 4 has 5. And then inside 5, we have this image file. We have this image file. So I'm going to type the name of the image file here. And I'm going to save it. And if I go to the browser now and refresh it, we get the image file. Okay, so this address is valid now. And you can basically rewind this clip to see how I got this. Now let's try another example where we move this image file. I'm going to cut it. And by the way, cut has a shortcut, keyboard shortcut called Ctrl+X. So I'm going to go up another levels and then go to the 3 folder and put it here. Now I have to change this address. Now if I try to refresh this image, you'll see that it's broken because this address needs to be updated to point to the new address of this smiley.bmp file. So let's do that. So we're still inside of desktop and inside 1, inside 2, except that instead of having it as 4 and 5, we have to have it as 3 because the image file is inside the 3 folder. Now if I save it using the shortcut and if I go and refresh this, we get this. So fairly straightforward. Now we're going to do something really tricky. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this image file, cut it. I'm going to take it to the desktop and paste it here. And now if I need to see the image file, I have to say desktop and the name of the image file. So if I save this, and now we get the image file again. Okay, now I'm going to do something actually tricky. So I'm going to close this HTML file and I'm going to cut where this file is and then move it inside 5. Okay, so I'm going to close this also. I'm going to open this file here and I'm also going to open this in Notepad. Okay, so there we have it. And now if I want to specify the path to the smiley image, how can I do this? I want you to pause the video and think about this. How do I go from here up a couple of levels and go to the desktop? Because the desktop is where the image file is. When we had the HTML file here and the image file inside, we just used the / to go inside a child directory and then find it. But how do you go up a level? I want you to pause the video, take a moment to think about this and then resume. Okay, so I hope you had some time to think about this. So there is another operator that you use to go to the parent directory. So what you can do is, remember this is inside the folder number 5. Let's actually go there. So this is where we are right now and this HTML file is here. And if I want to go to the parent directory of 5, which is 4, I'll simply use the 2 dot operator. Okay, so if you place 2 dots, you go up 1 level. It's the same as pressing this button, which takes you to the parent directory. And so with the 2 dot, we are up here. Now we need to go another level up so that we go to 2. I'm going to do another 2 dot operator and we are back here and we're still not there yet. So another 2 dots, go up, another 2 dots and you go up. And there we have the image file, which is already specified here. So let me save this and refresh it here. And now we get it. Okay, so this is how you go to the parent directories. So it doesn't matter whether the file you're trying to access is within a child directory or a parent directory. You can still use a relative path to get to it. So I really hope that this cleared up relative file paths to you. In case it's not clear yet, please make sure that you rewatch this video and you give it some practice for yourself at your computer so that you can try different file paths and try to understand how relative file paths are written. In case you have any questions, please post a comment down below and I'll do my best to help you understand whatever you're having trouble with. Please make sure to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on future videos and also press the bell icon. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.